Use this curve right here of his hair as a guideline. Come over a little bit, and you're going to draw some battle wounds right here. Just a couple of black lines. The second one is a little shorter than the first one, just a tad, and it's at a little bit of an angle. I'll just kind of draw it in there like that. There's some white detail here you can kind of add in. I think it's supposed to be like a reflection. He has it in his face too. We'll go ahead and draw that. So come up to here. Use this as a marking point right here where these two lines have a curve in them. Come a little higher than that curve right here and start to draw that line. That will give you the darker and brighter areas. So there's kind of like a shadow almost on his face right here, or it's a little darker. When you get to his ear, you want to stop and then start to come down straight, and then when you get to about here, start to curve it. You get to roughly here, then you want to curve it again and come this way and go all the way down until you get to the end of his face. Bam, like that. This area will be darker than this area. This area is lighter because the sunlight's hitting on the front of his face here, and then there's a little shadow here for some reason. That's just how they drew it. We're almost done drawing his face. There's one more detail here. I think that might be part of his shoulder, maybe. For reference, come up to here where this come up to here where the lines intersect. Come down a little tiny bit. Do a slight little curve, and then come down and start to draw this line in. And this goes all the way down out of the picture. Then right roughly about here, you come out. Here will be where you start to draw Vegeta's arm that's leading up to Majin Buu's face. Could draw the hair now if you want, the lines that are in the hair. It's not a whole lot of detail in this picture. But I'm going to go ahead and start drawing his arm and working it up to Majin Buu's face, because you can use the arm as a reference point to know how to fill in Majin Buu's body. In this picture, you got to show the weird looking clothes that he's wearing and then his body. Most of this picture is Majin Buu's body. And then up about here, and around this corner would be his face being smashed in by Vegeta's fist. I picked this picture because I think it's pretty cool. This part of Vegeta's arm, I found, here's a reference point. Come a little bit above this curve here, right here. This is going to be the second part of that muscle group that it's showing. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess that's his bicep. It's pretty long in this picture. I'm going to guess about there. Then I'll start the curve over like this. Now, you need to go down with the line, but keep it at a slight curve to mimic muscle shapes. Stop there. And then come down and complete with the other line. There's also some detail inside of the muscle, some lines. We will draw that in later. But this line here we can draw in now. Just approximate, use your judgment. Then about here is this other line. It's got a little angle to it there, and then it goes straight down. And it's a little shorter than this line here. Then I'm going to come up here, draw a short little line starting the next muscle, but I'm not going to go to that part yet. Well, this is starting his forearm. I'm going to come over here and draw this other muscle, which I'm assuming is his tricep, massively large tricep. And you can use the blood vessel here as a guide. Right about here, you're going to draw this line out, and then it's going to curve inwards, and on the end it's a little tiny curved thing right there, like that. Then you're going to come over here, start the curve for the rest of the tricep. And then it's going to complete right here with this line. Just draw it in till it completes. Actually, as you draw it in, you need to kind of give it a slight curve and tighten it in to get it closer to that line, because it gets shorter as it goes in. Just like that. Come down here to the bottom. Roughly here, you're going to draw a line at an angle, going this way, like that. And then it starts to curve inwards towards his glove. We'll try to make this about... Actually, running out of room on my paper here might be a problem. So I won't make it any longer than that. Start a curve on the forearm here. Stop it right there. Draw a curve here. Leave a space inside of here to mimic the hollow spot inside the glove. Draw another line here. Then draw the line forward. Use your judgment to about here. Then have a little line come up, and then this line come over. Then that line come up, this line at an angle. Now this is his fist. Start drawing down. In the end where I stopped here, there's a line that's going to come up there. Just draw that there so you got a reference point, and then come down here. Draw a short little line, draw another line to complete it. This is where his fist is right here, and then the rest is going to be Majin Buu's face. I'm going to have to attach another piece of paper here to make this stuff fit. I knew it was going to be a problem drawing this on this paper. Now I'm going to take this line here, draw it up, stop right there. There's a line that comes this way. Curve that one. Actually, these lines aren't lining up the way they're supposed to in the picture, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to work backwards now. Draw the line here. Bring it down, and then get the second line, Bring that over here, then down. Then this line intersects into those two lines, kind of like that. I think I drew his glove a little too long, so I'm going to try to shorten it some. Probably going to have to redraw all this. Now I'm going to draw the part of his glove. Actually, I got confused. I'm going to draw the part of his glove here, where it meets his arm. That's actually what confused me. I think I actually drew the glove about the right size. It just seemed longer because I was getting confused with the forearm. Erase this here because we got to draw some detail in there. Have this overlap the arm like that. Draw the curve and then draw this line back in for where his arm enters the glove. Then this needs to be readjusted here. Like this. Bring it down, bring the line down. Then meet here. And there's the glove. This area needs to be redone here. Come up a little more. You're going to have to do this when you draw. You're going to see that you're not happy with it, and you're just going to have to erase and start over again in that area. So you get it the way you want it.